Hi! Welcome back!
Ah, and once again, another adventure
yeah,
with
behind
behind
the
the scenes
scenes
with
with Santa
Santa
and
and
Mrs.
Mrs. Claus.
Claus.
Well, and this is going to be kind of a fun one. I mean,
Yeah,
we've had a couple
yeah.
people, ask about, what our history is
Yes,
and how we
yes.
met and that
Yep.
kind of thing. So we're going to tell you.
Yep, actually, it's our anniversary.
Yeah,
So,
tomorrow is
yeah,
our
well, no,
anniversary.
today.
Huh?
Today is our
Oh,
anniversary.
today, that's right.
Yeah.
Today's the 10th. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
See, husbands still forget, but you know. But not
Yeah,
only is it
so,
our anniversary, it's our 26th
yes. Yes.
anniversary.
So we thought,
She's
you
put
know.
up with me for that long.
So we thought it would be fun to go back to the very beginning.
No, yeah.
Actually, quite a few
Well, we
years.
can still remember
Yeah.
it.
A number of years before we actually became Santa and Mrs. Claus.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah. So
In fact, when she first met me, there was nothing here.
no, that's true.
I was all skin.
Yes.
I did
no,
not even have so much as
a mustache or
a mustache
no,
or fuzzy eyelashes or eyebrows or
no, but
anything,
yeah.
and certainly not a beard.
No.
So,
No.
in fact, when she suggested to me that I should grow a beard, I said, I can't grow a beard. It comes in blotchy and it doesn't look right and everything. And as you can see, I was right, and she wasn't. But yeah. But anyway, I'm going even back before we got married.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, how we met.
Yes. So, actually, Joe Santa was working for a company. He was at that time based out of Arizona,
Yeah, out of
and
Phoenix.
the company itself was based out of Houston.
Yep.
And we and I was in Southern California,
Mm-hmm.
and I had
In Orange County.
yes, in Orange County,
Mm-hmm.
and not Joe, but another company, vice president, I believe he was, came out and did some hiring, and I was hired by the company as the first employee in California.
Yeah, yeah.
And so Joe called.
And I was a representative in
Yes,
Phoenix
at that time.
at that time.
That is true.
Mm-hmm.
So he called and he said, we need to meet up. I'm going to come out to California and we need to find an office and just everything.
Yeah, the company that we were both with at the time did not actually have an official office in California.
No.
I was based as a sales rep outside of, or in Phoenix and working mostly in Phoenix. And they approached me because of the work I had done and offered me a position as the regional manager for the soon to be California office.
Yes.
And it was funny, I had an employee before I had an office.
Yeah.
Her. You were the only employee in California.
That's correct.
At
That's
the
correct.
time.
Yes.
So
So he called. He was gonna fly in, if memory serves, like around 7 in the morning.
7 a.m.
Into the Orange County Airport.
Mm-hmm.
And it occurred to me, I thought, well, that's nice, but I had no idea what he looked like, and of course he had no idea what I looked like. This was long before phones that you could actually see each other. So I made up a little
yeah, we didn't have cell phones like we have now.
So I made up a little sign with a little leprechaun and a pot of gold and a kind of a rainbow on it.
There's a thing that I have to explain. We're both Irish.
Yes.
And we both had descendants that
Yeah.
literally came from
Yes,
Ireland.
we did. Yes.
And,
Yes.
so that was kind of our common ground. And even before me stepping on that plane and flying out, we had spent a lot of time on the phone
Yes.
talking and getting kind of a little bit to know about each other and
Yeah.
stuff. So,
Yeah.
so that's it. So when I stepped off the plane and saw the sign with my name
Yeah.
and
It's
leprechauns and
Joe
a pot
Moore.
of gold on it, I said, that must be my Mary. So, so that's how we
How we met, yeah.
literally met for the very first
and
time.
we had breakfast, and then I can't recall.
And we ordered the same thing
Yes, we did.
for
Yes,
breakfast.
we did. Yes, yes.
Um,
And I don't recall now. We were going to put the office in Tustin. I don't remember now.
well,
why.
we were looking around for a lot of areas, but Tustin seemed to have the best
Yeah.
um, fit for us as
For
far
us,
as
as far
size and
location,
stuff.
yeah.
Because
Yeah, that's
we
right.
were going to expand.
Yeah.
Obviously, besides the two of us,
Yeah.
we had directions to
Yeah,
expand the
yeah.
office and bring in more people and
Yes.
do. So we had to kind of look ahead, and she was so instrumental in getting the phone set up, the office taken care of.
Well, I
we picked
never.
furniture out and everything.
Yeah, I never actually started an office. That was not anything that I'd ever done. So that was It was a challenge to, to find the office, and of course there it was. But it was like going into a house. There's the house, the structure of the house, but then it's up to you
To fill it.
to fill it, to turn on, utilities, a phone.
Get desks
Yes,
and
we
office
had to go out
furniture
and yes,
cabinets. And,
all of that. So, but that's.
I mean, it's kind of funny. We were complete strangers,
Yes.
but the way we were working together, it was almost like we had been together all along.
Yes, yes.
For a very long time,
Uh-huh.
and
Yeah.
we just kind of like played house
Well, yeah,
with an office.
and I think it really was true that we really did have, there was no awkwardness really, right from the beginning. I mean, as soon as you saw that sign, you just laughed, and that kind of just was great, because it was just we worked very, very well together. And accomplished a lot.
Obviously, we're still together
Yeah.
after basically more than 27 years now,
Yes,
if you
that we
include our
actually met.
courting
Yeah,
period,
yeah,
which we weren't courting at the time. We
No,
were trying
no.
to just run a business
yeah,
for our company. I
Yes,
mean, we had no romantic, ideals or anything at the time.
at the
And
time that we were, anyway aware of.
in
but,
fact, it was our employees that saw it before we
yes,
did.
yes. Well,
And
they were actually our employees, and then we used to, on Fridays, there was a lovely, just a wonderful Irish pub in Huntington Beach, and it was run by two brothers from Ireland.
From
so
Ireland,
it was really
yeah.
a fun pub, and so
Yeah.
we used to go there and have a couple of drinks after work.
after the
And,
week was ended.
Yeah, and they noticed it again, not us. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the one day she wasn't there, one one of the brothers came up to me and said, "You look so forlorn. You want me to call her and get her over here?" I said, "What are you talking about?" He said, "You just look miserable without her. Where is she?" And I said, "I don't know. I guess she's at home."
Yeah.
And he did. He had me call you
Yeah.
and bring you over because
Yes.
I just look so miserable without
Yeah.
you. So yeah, it's like everybody
Yeah.
else noticed this before we did.
Yeah,
So,
I think it was. We actually had a coworker come down with us one time, and when he left, he said, well, I'm going to leave you two
Two
lovebirds
lovebirds
alone.
alone.
And we were like,
Excuse me?
lovebird? What the heck are you talking about?
That's an odd thing to say.
Yeah, yeah.
And he just
us,
looked at us and went, yeah, uh-huh.
But to us, it really was. I mean,
Yeah.
it was. But the nice thing I think about that is that, sometimes when you kind of go so slowly into a relationship, and we really became very good friends. And we had, long talks and kind of found out about each other and our backgrounds and such. Um, that it really would, I think, help to cement the relationship that we have today.
Yes, very much
And
so.
so yeah, so we got, I guess then we got married when that happened about a little over a year, I guess later. We actually
Almost a year and a half.
yeah, and
Yeah.
had a wonderful wedding, and
I gave
Newport,
her her fairy tale
yes,
wedding
in
that she never
Newport
had.
Beach. Yes, and we had we really did. We had our invitations were the night sweeping the lady off to the castle, and we actually had a cake in the shape of a castle. So
Yes.
it was really fun, and that's how we met, and
And we even had the president and vice president of the
of the
company
came.
came up from Houston and
Yes,
and,
we had their blessings. We were concerned
Yes.
about that,
Yep.
but yeah, we had a
Yeah,
lot
we
of,
had to get their
yeah,
permission before we could get
yeah,
married.
yeah. So, but we had, just it really was kind of funny how all of that, started. And like I said, sometimes you just don't know
And
where a relationship goes.
And I promise on a future podcast, we're going to relate some more things that you're going to find difficult to believe how much we are together.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, there are so many things that if you look at, you
Yeah.
go, and you guys didn't know you were meant for each other.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's just, it's bizarre. It borders on the bizarre.
Yeah.
So I promise you'll hear
Yeah,
about that
we
more.
should do that.
Especially if you promise to subscribe
Yes.
and ring the little bell for
Yeah.
notifications and,
Yeah,
stay with us.
Let us, yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, as always, we love to hear your comments
And feedback,
yes,
yeah.
yes, and we do our podcast twice a month on the 10th and the 24th, and so yeah.
Yeah,
so
just imagine you're even going to get a podcast from us on Christmas Eve.
yeah.
And speaking of Christmas, have you noticed this is getting thicker and longer, and this is getting thicker and longer,
Yeah.
and the hair is getting much curlier and
Yeah.
longer because it's almost time for
Yes,
me to
it
go to
is.
work.
Yes, it's
I'm
yeah,
just a
less-
few weeks away.
yeah, less than a month from leaving for Houston, and so
Mhm.
yeah.
Yep. So,
But
but anyway,
so anyway, we thought, this would be kind of a fun one since it is our anniversary too.
yes.
Just, let you
And
in
yes,
on-
we'll take all the wishes you want to
Yeah.
give us. I mean, it's
Yeah.
26 years, so
That's right.
tell her she's done a good job keeping me,
So again, thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, and
We
hope you enjoyed that little
Yeah.
story of our
And-
life.
We appreciate you so much.
Oh, immensely.
Yeah.
Immensely.
So we'll see you next time.
You got it. Take
Bye-bye.
care. Bye-bye.